We have a factory, a nice governor in our brain, and it's a survival mechanism. It protects us from pain and suffering. The second we feel that, our mind says, oh no, this isn't fun. We should back off. We should sit down, find something more comfortable.
The discomfort you feel, that voice, that nagging voice of weakness, telling you to back off, simmer down, take it easy, to do it tomorrow, that weak voice is what will destroy your life. It'll make you choose the short-term decisions, making your life harder in the long term. So when you hear that voice, tell it no. Tell it to shut up. You're not listening to that voice. Because that discomfort is the test. It is the self-inflicted crucible that you create for you. Prove to yourself today, every day, that you can and will push harder than you wanted to, harder than you felt like pushing, past the point of fatigue and far beyond the point of comfort to that outer edge.
It's that extra mile, that extra stuff you don't have to do, that place of discomfort that all the average people avoid. That's what makes you great.
It's easy to give up. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. I'm done. I ain't gonna keep going. It's very easy. But what's hard is going, yo, yesterday I got nothing from working as hard as I could. Nothing happened from that. I'm gonna do the same thing again today, but I'm gonna try to go harder. That's the hardest thing in the world. To get up every day and give 100% and be in the same position that you were each day, but mentally know that you're trying and trying and trying. That's a real grind.
It looks very ugly. There's no passion. There's no, oh my God, man, I'm feeling great today. It's every day of your life just doing, just getting after it. Just doing what you know you need to do when you don't feel like doing it. And for me, I just did the work. I just did. There was no talent. It was just try again, try again, try again. I failed, I go back to scratch. I started realizing this is part of the process, this is part of the journey, versus just saying, I'm just not good enough, and let me try something else. No, I'm gonna make myself good enough. And that became my mentality. I'm gonna make myself good enough. And that sucks, man.
Whenever I face anything that's challenging, whenever anything sucks, I like it. When something sucks, good.
How do you become mentally tough? It's a lifestyle. You do the stuff that is miserable, that's hard, that nobody wants to do. Over and over and over and over, to the point where it becomes like breathing. That's how you become great.
Push yourself. Go hard. Maximize the benefits by maximizing your effort. Get the extra rep. Go the extra distance. Get out of your comfort zone and get into the combat zone where you have to fight, where you have to dig deep, where strength and power and fortitude are found.
There's no magic potion. There's no quick fix. Just do. You're living. How do you want to live? How do you want to die? How do you want to be remembered? Do it for you.
You can get the habit of like, oh, you don't want to do this, the squats, or you don't want to get up and you don't want to get up, but you can get the habit of just doing things that you don't feel like doing at that moment. You have to get yourself in the habit of obeying your own freaking orders.
You're the captain, you're the master, you're the foreman, you're the general, you're the head.
You can't let your mind be in cruise control. You have to be cognizant of what you're thinking, because if you aren't careful, you can slide down the path of least resistance, the path to a lack of control as to what is happening in your life. Life will happen to you instead of life happening for you. Do not allow that. You have to take control. You got to do something to get control of your brain, of your mind. You got to check yourself. Control the things you think about. You can actually control how you feel. You can control what you think, and you can definitely control what you do. You got to be the master of your mind. You got to exercise mind control.
Every day I jump in freezing cold water, but I don't do it because I like it or I want it. There's every day I look forward to it. It's painful as hell, but I don't hesitate. I don't negotiate with myself. I don't say in a minute, when I'm ready, or maybe tomorrow. It's like I say go, we go. So it's a mental training as well as it's a physical training. And when you do that over and over and then you say, I'm going to do this, your brain doesn't negotiate. You've trained your own mind. A lot of people have these discussions in their own head back and forth, and that's just a habit. All these things are patterns. If you get to that place, that mindset, which is total resolve, in a state of resolve, it's easy. Negotiation with yourself makes you weak.
You gotta put yourself in an uncomfortable place. Listen to me. Do it. Put yourself in an uncomfortable place. Don't negotiate it. Don't try to navigate it in your head. Negotiation, you will lose.
Successful people and wealthy people have a subtle distinction. They don't look at price, they look at worth. Is this worth it? If you're constantly looking at the price tag, you'll eventually relent. You'll eventually give in. Stop negotiating the price. It's a freeing experience to totally commit. When you totally commit to a relationship, to a business, to your fitness, to your faith, it's a freeing, powerful, it's almost like removing kryptonite from your life when you totally commit. Can you do that? The people around you always say, it's costing too much. It's costing too much. And you go, maybe it's costing too much. You gotta start going, no, it's worth it. It's not the price, it's the worth. You can't be in price tag mode. What's it cost? What's it cost? What's it cost? You never get what you want. But if you can decide in advance that the cost is worth it, the negotiation stops and you go execute. What I'm telling you is if you really want something bad enough, it's worth it. So start to feed yourself the worth question over and over and over again, not the cost question. Cost is a distraction. Worth is a focus mechanism. This is so worth it. It's so worth it. It's so worth it. Focuses you. Cost distracts you. On the other side of that suffering, on the other side of that sacrifice, on the other side of that laser focus is your dream.
Doesn't matter how tired you are. Doesn't matter how beat down your body is. Doesn't matter how mentally, physically drained you are. You don't think about it. You just show up. The minute you stop and consider, the minute you try to make an excuse, the minute you have a valid rationalization as to why you shouldn't, you lost the game.
When you're in a state of resolve, you will have radically different behaviors. And those radically different behaviors can produce radically better results.
Habits are the building blocks of our lives. Just do the thing every single day, whether you feel like it or not.
What do we have to do? It's the repetition. It's not enough to understand it. Everybody talks a good game, and people say, oh, I know this stuff, but if you're not doing it, you don't know it. You may intellectually understand something. You may have heard it before. But hearing it before is not the same as doing it. Repetition is the mother of skill. You gotta do it again and hear it again and experience it again. Doing the things again and again until it gets in your body and becomes automatic. So now you're really following through instead of just intellectually understanding something. And it's gonna take repetition, just like a great athlete. You do it again and you master it and you master it and you master it until after a while, you'll be that great. But notice the greatest in the world keep practicing what they're already great at. They're practicing 100 million times more than they're actually taking the shot. It's a different level of mastery.
I look at myself like a stone, and you have an image of exactly how you want to look, how you want to feel, how you want to think. Every morning you don't want to get up. You don't want to go for that run. You don't want to go to the gym. You don't want to go to the pool. You don't want to go to school. And each day you fight that urge to stay in bed, but you still get up. You chip away at another rough edge. And over a period of time, that rock, it becomes the masterpiece in which you created. There's no hack, bro. There is no life hack. You gotta build your will. How do you build your will? Do it, and do it, and do it, and do it. That's the hack. The hack is gonna suck. It's not gonna be fun. Do something that sucks every single day of your life. That's how you grow.
Do what's hard. What's hard that you need to solve? What's hard that you're gonna face? What are you gonna do so you don't BS yourself and just say, I want this, but you actually create it? What's the dragon you're gonna slay? What needs to be solved? What do you need to push through? What limiting habit? What skill are you gonna go get now? Even if it's not easy, I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna find it, I'm gonna make it happen. Do what's hard, slay the dragon. That's when you become the hero. And the bigger the dragon, the bigger the problem that you solve, the more you become as a man or a woman, the more proud you'll be of yourself. When you act on that, you're gonna have so much momentum, you're gonna make the whole thing work.
Your mind's gotta be stronger than your feelings. When your feelings say do it tomorrow, your mind's gotta say we get it done now. Your feelings say take a break, you deserve it. Your mind says get up.
Emotions have nothing to do with it. Set emotion aside. Become focused. You get up when you're tired. You train when you don't want to train. And every single day, get off your ass and make yourself motivated.
A disciplined mind leads you to freedom.
Download this video and audio by becoming a member at benlionelscott.com. Plus, get early access to all new content and hundreds of exclusive videos.